Alright, welcome back to the channel. Guess where I am right now? I just teleported to Shanghai. You all know I'm a huge AMG fan, and Shanghai has a dedicated AMG Center. It only sells AMG models, completely separate from regular Mercedes dealerships. So after landing in Shanghai, the first thing I did was check into my hotel. Second thing, it was right around noon, so I grabbed lunch. And third, I came straight here. Tada! The Shanghai AMG Center. I'm not here to buy a car, and I'm not here for a service appointment. I'm here to borrow one for free. I'm spending a couple days in Shanghai, so I borrowed an AMG GT from them, drive it around, shoot some content for you guys. Alright, no more stalling, let's get inside. I can't wait. First thing I noticed walking in, it's actually really cool in here. The interior design is nothing like a regular Mercedes showroom. It's very AMG, raw, no nonsense, pure sport. The lineup here is really complete. Over here there's an A35 and a G63, the markup machine. But none of that is the highlight. The real star of the showroom is this car, the S65 L Final Edition. A few days ago you probably saw me repost it on my feed. Now I'm finally seeing it in person. I want it so bad. This car is stunning. It really, truly is. Look at the front splitter, the side skirts. The wheels are all done in this bronze finish. It's so distinctive, and it's tasteful. Not over the top. Honestly, I'm running out of words for the exterior. It's just gorgeous. V12 biturbo. Right there on the fender. That badge says it all. Anyway, talking about the exterior. Wait, how did the key end up in my hand? Let's check out the interior. Inside the car now, and I have to say, the S-Class seats are incredibly comfortable. The interior carries the same theme as the exterior, carbon fiber everywhere, and all the stitching is in that same bronze color. Beautiful, premium leather throughout. Standard spec comes with a Burmester high-end audio system. The speaker housings actually rotate. So many speakers, and all of them are exquisitely finished. Alright, enough talk. Let's start it up. I want to hear that V12. I cannot wait. I'm too excited. This is my first time hearing a V12 in person. Oh my, that sound. That is something else. I don't want to get out. I'm staying right here. Just let me sit here a little longer. I won't give it a proper stomp though. I'm not ready to be this car's owner just yet. Alright, now let's go look at the car that's actually more my speed. Driving for Ghana. Originally I was going to come to Shanghai with some friends, just a couple days later. But I figured if I came early, I could borrow an extra car, and make another video for you guys. The inner monologue of a very dedicated and responsible content creator. And that's how I ended up with this car. I've been to Shanghai plenty of times before, but this is my first time actually driving here. So I'm not super familiar with some of the traffic rules and quirks of the city. On top of that, traffic here is intense, so I wanted to film this properly. Find a stretch of road with less traffic to shoot on. I headed toward the outskirts to find something quieter, and then it started raining. My mood at that moment, cold rain, no mercy, hitting my heart. I was devastated, because as you know, this is a high-power rear-wheel drive car, and rain means a slippery road. There's really no way for me to properly show you what this car can do. And honestly, this is my first time driving a high-power RWD car in the rain, so I was a little scared, not gonna lie. I did drive it yesterday when the weather was better. And the acceleration is genuinely strong. But don't just take my word for it. Let me give you a quick demo. I'll drop a gear, and give it just a little squeeze. Yeah, that kick is real. Addictive. Let's go again. Because it's rear-wheel drive, you can actually feel it starting to step out in the wet. Caught it in time, but yeah, that was a little scary. Alright, that's enough of that for today. You do need to have a healthy respect for a high-power rear-wheel drive car. Like yesterday, pulling out of the parking garage, I barely touched the throttle on a turn, and the rear stepped right out. Genuinely scared me. So, yeah, drive safe, people. Honestly, the pull from this car feels stronger to me than the 991.2 Carrera I drove a couple days ago. It does have about 100 more horsepower than that Carrera. The exhaust note is really something too. It's a 4-liter V8 after all. Even if it wanted to sound bad, it couldn't. And compared to other AMG models of the same displacement, this one's exhaust isn't as deep and rumbly, it's more on the high-pitched, strident side. Still loud though. With the rain, I can't really push it today or let the speed climb. But let me drop a couple gears so you can hear it. If the weather clears up tomorrow, I'll get you a proper exhaust clip. If it's still raining, sorry, there's nothing I can do. The AMG GT interior is actually unique compared to other AMG models. It has its own dedicated layout, with all the controls clustered in the center. The design is symmetrical, simple, but I really like it. There's a small screen in the middle, and 4 air vents. Below that, the controls are arranged in a V pattern. 4 buttons on each side, a nod to the V arrangement of the cylinders. The engine is a V8, so the design is a clever little detail. Worth noting, the AMG GT Coupe is a true 2-door, 2-seat sports car, so practicality and interior space are, as you'd expect, not its strong suits. But that doesn't change the fact that it's actually quite comfortable. The seats are a semi-bucket style, a sporty shape but not aggressively carved. You can feel the cushioning, and sitting in it honestly feels more comfortable than my E63s. None of that bolstering that digs into you after a while. Honestly, I could see daily driving this thing, even city commuting. The suspension tuning is surprisingly comfortable, not stiff at all. Actually softer than both the 991.2 and the E63s, but with a nice resilience to it, especially over rough patches or potholes. You can feel it absorbing the hit, not just crashing through it. There's a small speed bump coming up. Even at a bit of speed, you don't get that jarring, head-spinning kind of impact. The steering assist is on the lighter side, which makes it easy to manage in the city. It's light, but it doesn't feel vague or floaty. It's appropriate for a sports car, and the dead zone on center is really small. Like when we just went over that bump, even with a bit more speed. It didn't translate into a harsh jolt. That surprised me a bit, honestly, given that it is a sports car. But the GT's suspension setup is really well done, you have to give it that. I really like this kind of tuning. Comfortable, a touch soft, with that resilient quality, but never lacking in body control. I drove this car for about a day in total. As a woman, the exterior just does it for me. Especially the front end design, I genuinely love it. It's aggressive. I like the interior too, and the power delivery is strong. Serious kick, and the sound is great. So with all of that going for it, there's really just one issue. The car is just so low. And for a fashion-conscious woman, getting in and out in a skirt is genuinely awkward. And the low body also means the passenger seat sits extremely low, with very little height adjustment. So for someone petite like me, the thigh support is just barely adequate. Visibility is also just okay. The windshield is quite short vertically, so your field of view is somewhat limited. You see less of the road ahead compared to a regular car. The rain's not letting up, so I'm going to start heading back to the hotel. Driving back into downtown, just thinking about it gives me a headache. Made it to the parking garage. It rained all day, and I didn't get a chance to wash the car, so it looks a little rough right now. Bear with me. Let's walk around and take a proper look at the exterior. The front end, personally, I have nothing bad to say. I think the nose is genuinely handsome. Even though this is the entry-level GT, The vertical slat grille and that massive Mercedes star up front. Combined with that low, ground-hugging stance, it genuinely looks mean. And those two hood vents on top, from the side. I think the front half of this car has a little bit of SLS AMG in its DNA, so the profile looks great too. The tires are Pirelli P0s on 19-inch wheels. The wheel design itself is decent. My only complaint is the color, not really my taste. Now let's look at the rear. The rear end is also the most criticized part of this car, because it is the base GT. So the tail end looks a bit bare, it's missing the sporty aero bits. Nothing like the GTC or the GTR, those look properly aggressive. So the rear feels a bit at odds with the front, which is much more intimidating. If anything, the rear is almost a little cute, a bit round and soft. Though the spoiler does deploy, and you can control it from inside. Let me raise it for you. One more thing worth mentioning, after 2 days with this car, there's one thing I never got used to, the door. You have to slam it really hard to close it properly. Like, actually put some force into it, like this. Otherwise it just won't latch. And by this point I've been shooting all day. I'm pretty tired. It's dinner time, so I'm going to go grab something to eat. And that's a wrap for this episode. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Thanks for the support. See you next time.